In this video, we're going to look at the second part of a borehole question usually. This relates to the drilling of a second borehole. Usually in this question, you will be given the direction in plan. So our red line represents our borehole that in this case is going to be drilled in a southerly direction. Additional information that was given in this question is that this borehole, when drilled, will meet the head wall and the footwall, and the distance between both points will be 45 meters. Therefore, in order to solve this, we know that we need to look in a view that will give us a true length of this borehole in order to determine our 45 millimeters. So that would be similar to creating a cut, as can be seen now. So we have made a cut along the borehole that you have just created. So once again, we need to look in a direction in which we see the true length of this borehole. Now, in order to determine our cut lines on our head wall and our foot wall, you will be required to take distances from your dip and thickness. So where you determined your dip and thickness, you take two height lines. It doesn't matter, two height lines anywhere, and the distance between this point here and this point here must be 45 meters in this drawing. So therefore we need to find point A, and we need to find our head wall and our foot wall, our two lines. So once we've determined our head wall and our foot wall lines and found point A, we need to create a 45 meter line from anywhere along these two lines and produce that parallel to your 45 meter line from point A in order to determine the true position of this borehole. And from that, usually you will be asked to determine your altitude. So that can be simply produced from that drawing. As you can see in the 2D drawing, what we are required to do is create our borehole in our southerly direction, take our heights next from our auxiliary elevation, and mark these heights off to create the line on the footwall and the line on the head wall as shown. These lines should be parallel. Then we need to determine our 45 meter line, which is simply a matter of swinging an arc once again parallel from A to produce the altitude as you can see in the drawing.